early. Sometimes it's good to be early. But our show starts at a specific time. You should remember that. Let's get started then, shall we?
Dillon, I don't give a what you think about a co-host and freshen up my show.
It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just got to toss another person to make a statement.
My show's about the people's podcast. Everyone has a voice. I don't need a co-host. Go listen to one of the other 5,000 shows with a co-host because they don't have a mouth like the big guy.
Opie, are you a career killer with Tim Sabian, yourself, and many others?
Be myself. Never had real issues with those people. They just understood that I was a different bird. The rest of them, though, I'm like, oh, shut up. I'm paying your salary because the ratings are so good, so shut up.
Right.
Live from
Somewhere.
it's
Dillon.
Good whatever to you. Whenever you're watching this episode of Co-Host Auditions, I am your co-host Dillon. This is my self-taped audition to be the second mic for an established, paid, well, actually, that is not true today. Usually, I am looking to get some eyes on this product, but today I am punching down. We have got Murph the Clown today, who has less subscribers than I do. Not often that I get to punch down rather than up. So I'm going in blind to this one too. Usually I preview these. This could be an absolute disaster. So Murph the Clown doing movie reviews. I was going to have a puppet doing movie reviews. Really lame. It was so boring, like not even like fun boring. So we've got our clown buddy, and of course you all know that I am a big fan of clowns here. So here is a non-clout chasing episode of Co-Host Auditions. Careful now, we're on YouTube. That might be a little too risque. I think our buddy Murph the Clown could use an updated headshot. That could be what he's going for. He might be going for the Rainoir Baskets the Clown kind of sad clown thing rather than a happy-go-lucky clown. We'll see.
Hi, kids. Welcome to...
It appears that he is doing a Rainoir type of thing, having a beard and putting the clown makeup just right over that beard, because why not? Let's go for it.
To the season finale of the Late Night Picture Show. Yeah, my suit's not even back there. I might have to have it dry cleaned. It's been so freaking hot. It's 102 degrees today. We got us a big tall drink. This is called a...
Did you get some fucking pond water? Jesus, sir. Put that under a microscope. You are going to get some type of nastiness from that. At the very least, the squirty diarrhea shits. That will be... If that's all you get, then you should be happy.
Called a Bigfoot highball from the fine folks at Monsters and Drinks. Monster Movie Happy Hour. Yes, on Twitter.
Ooh, Mrs. Clown can be heard in the background. Do we ever get a look at that nice-looking lady?
Look them up. Good recipes every week.
Mrs. the Clown, I'm doing something here.
To go with whatever movie you're watching. Now, this doesn't go with this movie on their show, but I'm drinking whatever I need to drink to stay cool. And we're trying to shoot these in between.
Well, if we're going by the Happy Gilmore rules that peeing your pants is the coolest, and you're drinking liquids in order to be cool, I know what liquid you should be drinking, Mr. the Clown.
The air conditioner running over there. Okay. So, I promised you a 4-parter. I was a little bit vague about what we're going to show. Some of you may have guessed if you follow me along on Twitter, because I watched these 4 movies practically right in a row.
He said he watched these 4 movies practically right in a row, but these are all one by ones. So I don't. It's odd the way that he has feature 1 and feature 2 as 2 separate videos.
But tonight we are having a Toxic Avenger marathon. That's right.
Woo! Well, he is. We're just getting one of the Toxic Avenger. And then I have Killer Clowns from Outer Space and Night of the Lepus. Go ahead and throw in your votes. I don't know if we'll have time for both. Well, I guess I make up the rules for the show. You could easily do both. But yeah, throw in a vote if you would like to see Night of the Lepus or Killer Clowns as the second one.
Right, all 4. We will start with the Toxic Avenger.
Melvin Ferd, who then they renamed in the sequels to Melvin Junko before being like, no, that's stupid. Let's go back to Ferd. I definitely remember Melvin Ferd because that pissed the shit off of my brother. Oh, that was not a good phrase. That pissed my brother off very much to be called Cliff Ferd.
Look at that, huh?
One for the bunnies.
He was 98 pounds of solid nerd until he became the Toxic Avenger.
Mrs. the Clown, for fuck's sake, you're as bad as Keanu when Gino is trying to do his thing on stream.
The first superhuman hero from New Jersey. Undoubtedly. Let's see.
Oh, shit, you didn't prepare for this. Your notes are the poster. Well, buckle in, folks.
Andre Miranda, Mitchell Cohen, Pat Ryan Jr., Jennifer Baptist, Robert Pritchard, Cindy Mannion, Gary Schneider, Robert Tor.
I like this better when Richard Christie did this bit. It's produced by Lord Kaufman, and it has in it Jennifer Coolidge, and Jason Biggs, and Eugene Levy, and Shannon Elizabeth's tits. At some point, that turned from Toxic Avenger to American Pie. Not American Pie 2, though. Just Shannon Elizabeth, not her tits, star in that one.
Portugal. Yeah, we'll get to the rest. Due to the nature of this film, no one under 17 will be admitted. This is almost rated X. We'll put that over there.
He got some tattoos sticking out there. Are you a juggalo? You don't, like, this is not his juggalo persona. This is like his clown persona. I would like to see all of Murph's different personas, because this isn't juggalo, but a tattoo. I bet you got a juggalo outfit that's different than this.
We don't want to roll over it. This could be a valuable collection one day.
Boo Boo Kitty Fuck, A. Smith, indeed, was smoking hot. And Jay and Silent Bob, the sequel to them striking back, I was very happy, especially because Kevin Smith doesn't have his mojo. He, over the years, it happens to all the best directors whose mojo isn't in quite peak condition anymore.
Now, make sure you watch all these, because at halftime, we got a special treat for you. I'm going to do 1 and 2.
For fuck's sake, Mrs. the Clown, I can still hear you.
Have a halftime show, and then I'm going to do 3 and 4. Okay, The Toxic Avenger is a 1984 Trauma Entertainment production, directed by Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Hertz.
I'm actually just starting to take notice to our location. We appear to be in a basement, possibly one that rhymes with tape. We will call this the tape basement.
It takes 2. I'm pretty sure Lloyd was in charge. I don't know.
You see, when I do my successful failure movie reviews, I have clips and I have notes of what I say before time. I could use this strategy because YouTube didn't like me showing clips. Maybe I'll bring Successful Failures back and just read off of the poster for the entire runtime.
I know Michael Hertz did some writing, but anyway, Melvin, our hero Melvin, is a janitor in the Tromaville Health Club. That, by the way, is what we called a gym back.
And he gets a swirly because that fucking nerd dropped his mop into the hot tub where all the cool kids were doing some foreplay. I think a couple of the cool kids did fuck in the gym, if I remember correctly. And what's really fun about Troma is that one of the biggest directors of today, James Gunn, came up through Troma.
Back in 1984, Health Club. While buff dudes and fit chicks parade around him. And yes, this was very much the era of, like, shiny, like, satin-looking gym wear and leg warmers.
Ronald McDonald can't even afford that special Coke recipe anymore, Nimrod. He had to just dunk that glass into the pond to get that pond water, which is where you came in of me talking about the squirty diarrhea shits from that pond water that he's drinking. Oh, that special McDonald's blend of Coke. Actually, it has less sugar in it. You would think that it has more of the drugs in it, but it actually has less of those drugs.
In case your calves got cold while you're working out. Melvin, however, is ever the nerd, the 98-pound weakling, the victim.
I do like the charisma in Murph's voice. Melvin is the 98-pound nerd weakling. And he was totally asking for it. He was asking for that hot lady to pretend to want to fuck him so then everyone could see him naked on his micro penis before they made him jump out a window directly into some exposed toxic waste vats.
And boy,
still much less complicated than the AVGN movie. God. Oof. Come back in 2 weeks. We'll see how long it takes us to get through this book. But it is the good part of the James Rolfe story. The colossalist of fuck-ups.
Boy, do these cool kids pick on Melvin. Clean up after him.
I might be bringing you to live from somewhere when I have a guest host, Mr. the Clown. You've got something to you. There is some charisma that I think will be welcome back on this channel. I don't care if I'm the only one who wants it. The same thing with Jad T. Jones. No one wants Jad T. Jones, but I swear you'll want more of that imbecile.
Or he has to clean up after them. Well, one day they decide to pull a prank on old Melvin.
Yeah, I already got there. I already told the thing, and I barely took a breath. You can just move on from this.
So, tan blonde Julie pretends she is fed up with her boyfriend, who is...
Speaking of the cool kids, we've got the cool hot kid over from the UK joining us. Thanks for joining, new girl. Murph, he wasn't quite what I was expecting, but we're going to keep going with this Toxic Avenger review before we get to Night of the Lepus next.
Aptly named. I don't know why he's named Bozo. He's not a clown. Well, maybe he's a clown. He doesn't have the makeup, though.
Neither do you. That is not official clown makeup. That is some oil-based, serious shit. And no, that is like Party City type of makeup you got there. Where are you going to go to get your Party City makeup now that Party City's going under?
She pretends that she wants to get with Melvin later by the pool. There's only one catch. He has to wear this polka dot leotard and tutu. Melvin. Red flag, Melvin. Do I have a red? I don't have a red flag here. Red flag.
Oh, wow. Did you get the side view of that schnoz? No wonder he puts on a clown nose. It is pretty well clowny already.
Melvin. No girl wants you to wear a pink polka dot leotard and a tutu to meet her by the pool later.
Oh, I disagree. We saw one recently. That was the bonus episode, wasn't it? I think it was the bonus episode of Slow Adult Speed Dating, where we got a guy in a very similar outfit out playing in the snow for his mistress.
Later.
You too can see that Slow Adult Speed Dating bonus episode if you become a rope shooter. Memberships at only $5 per month.
All you kids out there, if you're like, 15 or something. Yes, it's a trick. And Melvin...
Yeah, the inverse 90s eyebrows. I've spoke about how I distaste the paper-thin eyebrows from the 90s and going way too far in the other direction of just globbing on some paint. I'm not even going to call it eyeliner or anything. That is paint to get those. I know exactly what you're talking about, new girl.
Flees the round of laughing, sneering gym rats as he flees right out the window of the second floor.
As he flees, so he's got some fleas. He needs to get a collar or something.
Right into the street where there's a truck parked with some 55-gallon drums of toxic waste.
I kind of like the fact that I just blew through all of this in, 12 seconds really fast? So we can get the other way of explaining that we are halfway through Murph's review of the Toxic Avenger. He's just now turning into the Toxic Avenger.
And Melvin goes...
Are you going to get to the back of the VHS tape in order to tell us more of the movie? I think you've ran out of things that the poster will tell you.
Headlong right into one. He writhes around on the ground a little bit, very dramatic, almost like...
By the way, this movie gave me nightmares as a kid. It was the cool kids driving around in their car with cigarettes, probably drinking as well, and the kid on the bike that they were like 50 points. And then he's still moving. He's not dead. And good old trauma effects of a melon to that little kid's head over. Let's see, that and Short Circuit 2, I think were the earliest traumatizations to me from
the worst
movies.
Death scenes in movies.
Oh, and also when my brother took me to the Family Fun video rental place, and he told me there were more cartoons beyond that curtain. Those were cartoons that not everyone could rent, just the special little boys. I didn't quite understand what I was seeing behind that curtain of the rental movie place.
It takes him forever to die. Only Melvin doesn't die. Melvin mutates, like his face is kind of bubbling and some pretty good effects here. It all covered in goo, and then he abruptly jumps up and he runs off.
Speaking of being covered in goo, the dreaded curtain when you don't know what sex is, but I really miss that curtain when Blockbuster took it over, because you could have your Family Fun videos. Every video store for the entire family had that section for dad beyond that curtain.
Melvin. Oh, the next time we see Melvin, he is no longer Melvin, but a muscly mutant busting the heads of some street thugs.
This sounds like someone else's review. This does start to sound like a review, so maybe Murph did indeed write this, but I would I really like the joke of his mother, hearing him transform into this monster. Oh, my boy finally hit puberty.
Thugs. The next time we see him, he's saving a blind girl from an armed robbery. A bunch of...
I did watch this movie with a lady recently, and this part of the robbery where they shot the seeing eye dog, she lost her. Even though it is over-the-top trauma ridiculousness, I believe the shot, the dog fucking slid all the way across the restaurant.
Like the movie version of Punk Rockers. Not like any punk rockers I hung out with in high school.
Really taking in that pond water.
She cannot see Melvin's hideous visage, and most of you have probably seen the Toxic
Visage? I say visage.
Avenger, or at least, a statuette or a poster or something. Well, I just showed you a poster.
You know what would be really neat is if that poster was hanging up on the tape dungeon just over your shoulder.
There you go.
That's exactly what I'm going to call this. He is reviewing old movies. He's down in the tape dungeon.
Look at that face. Even his mother doesn't love it anymore. But this blind girl, she cannot see Melvin's hideous visage.
But you can see her boobies in one scene.
So, yep, it's love. Everyone now. Aw.
I'm like a quarter-assed Mr. Skin with my recommendations of boobies in this review. But you gotta give American Pie all the thumbs up for those wonderful knockers. I did feel cheated out of Tara Reid's boobs. If it were an 80s movie, they were really building up to show her knockers as well. But it was a 90s movie, and they took the random nudity down a notch.
Aww. Melvin, now dubbed the Monster Hero. Hold on. The Monster Hero.
Good point, Nimrob, because you can't chain someone like to a wall. It needs to be designed that way for the chain to be like in the cement, whereas radiator after radiator, that is just easy restraints for everyone in the tape dungeon.
Hero by the local papers there. We still had papers in 84. Continues to fight crime.
Remember when you used to wrap up Christmas presents in newspaper? Because, fuck it, it was kindling for firewood and wrapping paper.
Taking a break to seek his revenge on his gym rat tormentors. But as with any good hero movie, things are not exactly black and white. And things...
No, that was a few years away from coming out and debuting both on Fox, BET, and MTV all at the same time. Oh!
Things are never as easy as they seem. All right. That's
the shopping bags. Those were better for all those math books. I remember my school had a specific one. They were printed off with a bunch of people who paid to have their business names on it.
This is probably, I'm pretty sure it's the first Troma movie that I saw. And I didn't see it till I was 20 or so, probably a year or more after it came out. It is full of the same overblown dialogue and atrocious overacting as most of its ilk. I think you know what I'm talking about.
I love the poorly directed background actors in Troma's movies. Even, I think the last one that Troma produced was Poultrygeist. And the way that Lloyd Kaufman told everyone, mouths agape, eyes wide. It's like to have a couple. Oh, and also, as I've talked about, very much reactions perfect for theater and just looks wrong for movies because you're not playing to the people up there in the highest of the rows.
But somehow, despite all of this, despite the budget,
they got a tank. They got a fucking tank at the end of this. They did the low-budget, gory special effects, which were much better done. Well, there was no gore effects in the AVGN movie.
We all want Toxie to succeed.
Okay, you got your spider web there on the elbow. Oh, by the way, I am starting to see more spider webs around the nipples. Thumbs up to those.
It's bad, but it's bad in a good way. You know how that is. All right. 3. Wait, you're going to think I'm a neo-Nazi. I can do it with this hand. Oh, the fireworks are starting. 3.
Oh yeah, that's right. When the OK symbol turned into a white power type of thing. No, I grew up with OK. This is OK. The 88 is miles per hour, not HH.
I was trying to get these knocked out before it got dark and the fireworks started. We got us a state holiday going on here.
Oh yeah, Dirty Dalish was a fan of horror movies and hadn't watched The Trauma. I should, when I do some movie watching, I should bring her in for some trauma age.
So we'll do the best we can with the fireworks and Charlie upstairs yelling.
But then again, you got ones like Sergeant Kabuki Man. That is a wacky comedy. That one's not a horror at all. Does anyone remember seeing a trailer for the Killer Condoms? That one came on before Redneck Zombies on my VHS, but like all of the trailers before a trauma movie, they looked like phony movies. Like at the beginning of Tropic Thunder, all those phony trailers, the real trauma movies look like those phony trailers. You're like, this can't exist.
Yelling at his game. You get what you get here on the Late Night Picture Show. So our first movie, The Toxic Avenger. 3 rings. Now be sure to come back. I'm going to try to nurse this one through the second feature, so I don't get too intoxicated to do the fourth.
What type of pond water do you have out there that's getting you drunk?
Come on back, won't you, for The Toxic Avenger Part 2. Coming up next.
No, we're going to get a little variety in here. Maybe I would if this was all the same video, but it is not. And we just got 1 vote, so it is a Night of the Lepus, his next review that we are going to check out. Bonnie Rotten. My editing skills are about of this level, so I'm not going to take shots at a shoddy entry because this is about the quality you're going to get out of me as well.
Hey, kids.
Holy shit, Star Chunksta. You're right. The big blonde booby lady, while she is still very appreciated, the full-on goth Hooters. You're fucking right. And owls come out at night. You're absolutely right. No more orange and white. We are black and leather with that. Absolutely. That is their best chance at not going completely under.
It's warmer outside, and you know what that means. Allergy season is upon us. So let's just try to get through.
He's got on his full clown outfit on this one.
This before the snot is running down and smearing my makeup.
What's up with your color? Are you trying to pretend that you're in Mexico like in Breaking Bad? Throwing a little yellow saturation over there?
So I made another one of these.
Looks like piss. That might just be the yellow saturation, though.
But what I did?
I guess I would take piss over the pond water. Actually has less chance of making you sick.
That bottle of whiskey was almost done. That was my old Canadian whiskey. I've got a better Canadian whiskey up there. This wasn't terrible. It's not Seagram 7 or...
I think they could keep the Hooters name. Although it would be proper if they do a rebrand to Cutters, the goth big titty
or something. It's like
restaurant.
gold. Anyway, so I put like the almost 3 shots in there probably, and I had less than half the
Oh, a triple. That's what's getting you all fucked up for these.
can of ginger ale left. So this is much more whiskey and much less ginger ale.
Okay, we've got little breadcrumbs that this guy is gold. I think that we have to bring him back. I'm gonna kind of edit it down, probably, for a live from somewhere.
And still tasty and refreshing. Okay.
Oh, Fred Rogers, Jerry Lahane. I thought you were talking about Fred the TV show. Wasn't that a thing? Wasn't John Cena Fred's dad in the movie? I feel like I remember that being a thing.
2. We're not staying in the 50s. We're moving into the 70s. Kind of a 50s movie in the 70s. This is Night of the Lepus.
Just hook it straight to my veins, A. Smith.
Yeah, I had
Steve-O did that once as well. That was a Jackass bit where I think it was vodka that they put in an IV and stuck in his arm.
look that up. There was no limit to the horror. No end to the...
There was no limit to the horror. We got the right one, guys. Lube up those fists. No limits.
Night of the Lepus. Okay. MGM presents.
I agree, Jerry Lahane. Emo Phillips, a little bit down on his luck from the last I saw him, which was opening up for Weird Al Yankovic.
What do we got here? Stuart Whitman, Janet Leigh, Rory Calhoun, screenplay, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, look at you all standing on your hind legs like a bunch of little Rory Calhouns.
Yeah. Janet Leigh and Rory Calhoun. We're in the big time here.
Did you mention McCoy? You didn't mention DeForest Kelly.
Okay, 1972, MGM Pictures. Definitely big time. We're like major studio. I mean, just a couple of weeks ago.
I am enjoying him taking sips, knowing that that is a fucking triple. He is getting a little more blasted, which with each sip, the amount of whiskey in there. Ooh, look at that face.
Yeah, last weekend was Charlie's birthday. I took him and the boys.
It was Charlie's birthday last weekend, and I treated Charlie like the lady that she is.
To the
We went all the way, me and Charlie.
Ninja Gym, and then to the Subway for a sandwich. I spent $80 at the Ninja Gym and $80 at the Subway.
I don't know what this has to do with anything, but I like the journey we're going down. $80 between the Ninja Gym. I've seen boxing gyms. I've seen yoga gyms. I have not seen a ninja gym. I think he might be fucking hammered, A. Smith. I don't think that's his first triple whiskey and ginger ale.
The Subway. I'd rather buy another ribeye steak for that.
And the Ninja Gym. I don't know the prices at the Ninja Gym. And how old is this? This is about a year ago. So the $5 footlongs were not a thing. You can get a $5 6-incher now.
No, Subway's good. I love Subway. You know, I maintain my svelte figure with Subway tuna on wheat.
Oh, I hope you have a triple, quadruple whiskey every. You are there. I don't think this is gold, but this is definitely some type of precious metal here that he's given us.
That's largely the extent of my eating out. Directed by William F.
Well, that's why you have a yappy wife that won't shut up during your videos, because you won't eat out often enough.
Claxton, and we already went over Janet Leigh and Rory Calhoun. Big stars. Okay, my friend Deb. Y'all know Deb?
Nope, don't know. This doesn't need to be in your movie review, but you've got me enthralled. What is up with Deb?
You don't know Deb. My friend Deb out there in San Francisco. Not exactly San Francisco, the Bay Area. Has been...
We don't like to say Oakland.
been talking this one up for years. And I finally picked up a copy. Yep. I got it on DVD.
Is he getting close to vomiting or shitting himself? Listen to that sound. I can't crank it up anymore. If I was going to do some post-production on this, I would crank up that we're about to hear again.
I got it on DVD.
I got it on DVD. Did your wife destroy the DVD? Do you no longer have it? Was that a dissatisfied...
I got it on DVD.
Okay, that was a burp. That was him trying to sneak that burp by us without us realizing it. That's what's going on there.
I got it on DVD.
Yeah, you can hear that
Sorry.
travel all the way from his stomach. I didn't let that burp play all the way through. I apologize if this is grossing any of you out, but let's hear that burp the entire way through.
I got it on DVD. Sorry. It's that ginger ale, carbonation. Be glad I'm not drinking beer. Man, when I drink beer, I don't drink beer very often. I'll have a beer. Because frankly, after I have a beer, I feel like I'm going to fucking explode. Like a Godzilla movie, like, pow. Actually, did you see
I love these side rants. These side rants are much better than his movie reviews. Thanks for joining again, Marie Curie, one of the people, I believe, who found me from the Angry Video Game reviews. And, yes, Clown Spurg Snake, Puppet Spurg Snake, so anyone who's a co-host is a version of Spurg Snake to Marie Curie. But, yeah, these are actually different folk, such as 2K the Puppet, who's visiting me again next week, and this clown man I have never heard of before.
See Monty Python, where that guy kept eating, and he's like, just one piece of pie. No, I couldn't possibly eat any more. And he eats that little piece of pie? Yeah, just like that. Okay. It's Arizona or New Mexico, I'm not sure which, and the bunny cycle is in full swing. If you don't know about the bunny cycle, every 7 years the rabbits population just explodes.
I believe that DeForest Kelly calls it a ponfar.
Thousands of critters have overrun spit it out, Murph. Have overrun.
No, don't spit it out, Merv. Swallow it.
On a rancher's land. This rancher is played by Calhoun, who's great in everything he's in, by the way. He turns to a scientist and his wife, Lee, for help. The scientist decides to try a new serum on the bunnies, which is designed to interrupt the breeding cycle. The trouble starts when...
But instead of shrinking their balls, it made their balls humongous. And their bodies, and their ears.
When he injects it in his daughter Amanda's favorite rabbit. She switches it with another
We're gonna have some damn good rabbit stew tonight, Missy.
rabbit and takes her rabbit as a pet. Out at the ranch, this rabbit said, rabbit injected with serum, Amanda's pet.
No, I don't know. Could you go into further detail, please? You lost me somewhere.
Yeah, it escapes. And only then do they find out that the serum has made the rabbits at the lab grow rather large.
And not just their peca.
So much interrupted the breeding cycle, but some hormones or something, and yeah.
Hormones. I've got no joke for that, just that the hormones. Kind of part of her job.
Soon the sheriff has a problem on his hands, that is, the mutilated bodies showing up around the county. You didn't see that coming, did you?
The county?
Of course you did.
The way that you're looking at us makes me think that you might be responsible for some bodies as such.
Bodies showing up around the county. You didn't see that coming, did you? Of course you did. A miner, a trucker, both killed.
Whoa, a miner. Do we have our buddy Drake coming out to see this movie now?
And then the rancher, Calhoun, is forced from his land by a stampede of overgrown, bloodthirsty bunnies.
Doesn't look like he shows any clips in this, but the adorable little bunnies, the sets, none of them worked. Nothing looked like a giant bunny. Everything looked like an adorable little bunny on around a little cute fence set.
That's right. The lepus, that's Latin here, I wrote, continue their rampage.
I guess I'm mispronouncing it as lepus. I'm going to keep saying lepus.
Killing the operator at the general store, and then they head straight for town. What's a scientist to do? Just like the
I thought he was a doctor, damn it, not a scientist.
last picture, they tried dynamite. Well, they've already tried dynamite and it didn't work.
Yeah, both Dynamite and Collision are pieces of shit. I gave Tony Khan a good shot. And Earl Skakel, for some reason, it's, different strokes for different folks. He is still down with AEW, not myself.
Now, his wife and daughter are surrounded by the enormous thumpers. She is forced to ward them off with flares until...
Surrounded by the enormous thumpers. That's also how I have described that famous Piper Perry picture.
Well, he can rescue them via helicopter. I did mention this is 1972 MGM Pictures. In the 1970s, we had to have... Remember we had the William Girdler double feature? We talked about how they had to have a helicopter. And William Girdler even died in a helicopter.
William Girdler. I don't understand the point you're trying to make there, though. Was it just that people use drones nowadays?
They must find a way to stop the rabbits from reaching town.
He's gotten slower. The rabbits... They stop the rabbit. He's turning full on into Orson Welles here. The rabbits.
Okay. I got dramatic there for a second. I know it sounds terrible, and yes...
And sure, sound quality isn't bad, especially coming from a tape dungeon. I would expect it to be much more echoey in there.
There are some laughable effects. I'm not going to lie. This really is like a 50s giant animal movie made in the 70s. But more often than not, the bunnies
Star Trek the Animated Series wasn't paying the bills. DeForest Kelley needed something.
look real.
Fucking Phase 1 petered out on him. A couple of years away from the motion picture.
And huge against fairly realistic miniature sets. So they went the Godzilla route here, and they built miniature sets.
We need to build us a 50-foot Lenny. I would love if that was the end of Night of the Lepus, was a 50-foot Lenny.
For real bunnies to...
Which Bugs Bunny did have. It was the abominable snowman.
trample. Once again, the story was was tight and quick-paced. And it really did draw you right in. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it did. Much more effective.
Oh, wow, he was drawn into this movie. I was never drawn into the movie where clearly it's adorable little tiny sets. It's an adorable little tiny gas station that the bunnies are going and jumping into.
Much more effective than the 50s versions of its kind, Tarantula and, say, the Deadly Mantis. But definitely in the same page. I'm willing to say that William F. Claxton here was paying homage.
We say a lot of words different. I say homage.
To the giant creature features of the
Just like James Rolfe.
1950s. And once again... You're supposed to go behind.
He's fucking hammered. Holy shit. This is great. Maybe we do need to go to feature number 4 of 4 to see how goddamn drunk this guy got.
Me over there. Once again, feature 2, a 4-ring circus. And yes, this one might even be better than The Craft. So there, kids.
I never jerked off to Night of the Lepus. The Craft. Hey now.
Okay. Let's have
We got 3 more minutes to go. It sounds like the movie review is over. He threw away his notes. Let's just drink with a clown for a while. Where's my drink? I filled it up before the show.
a sip of our horse's neck. I looked up the other drink, and it's called a peach bee's knees. So what we're going to do, I'm going to have a couple of these while I edit this mess.
Edit? Edit? I haven't seen any cuts. I haven't seen any clips. What are you editing? Oh, maybe just cutting off the couple seconds in the beginning and the ending.
I don't have the peach syrup, but guess what? I have some peach liqueur. So we're going to use that instead.
I don't have that peach, but my wife has a heck of a hairy peach.
You know, whenever in question, just add more alcohol. So we're going to have gin and lemon juice. I'm going to use this lemon that I peeled the peel off of. I'm going to squeeze.
I got it from the lemon stealing whore. She does some side work for me. Didn't get caught this time.
That and get us a shot of lemon juice. And then we're going to put a shot of that peach liqueur in there, and fuck it, you know, that's a peach.
Whoa. How do you penetrate a liquid?
Bee's knees in my book. All right, let's see what we got for next week. Y'all are tired of me rambling on.
This is the best part of your videos, is the rambling on. You could have made this 25 minutes, and I would be a happy camper. Yeah, get that microphone deep in that bucket. Make sure we hear all of the clattering around of papers.
Oh, hell, you wouldn't still be watching this show if you weren't tired of me rambling on. I mean, if you were tired of me rambling on, because that's what I do.
Ooh, look at him. He's got a little bit of a peach skin there. Getting all fancy. You got yourself an old-fashioned there? Don't muddle the orange in the old-fashioned.
Okay. We have a more recent one here. I don't know what these have to do with each other. Probably nothing. The Dunwich Horror and Don't Look Now. Actually, I think they were both in England. So we have that.
He is so close to just falling over.
One's from the 60s, I believe, and one from the 70s. Maybe they're both from the 70s. The Dunwich Horror and Don't Look Now, next time on the Late Night Picture Show. And I believe that's next week.
He even dropped it drunk. You see the way there was something very drunk about that, just letting it drop.
I don't see any reason that it wouldn't be. Good night, kids.
All right, we're not quite at 60 minutes in. Let's do all three of the reviews that I have here. We saw The Toxic Avenger, we saw Night of the Lepus, and good. This next one, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, was feature 2, so hopefully he's good and liquored up for us.
From intermission, kids. Welcome back from intermission, kids. Nope.
Did you do blow in the bathroom?
Wrong side. There we go.
No, you did opium in the bathroom, didn't you? Your energy is a bit off, sir. Go do some blow in the bathroom.
It has come to this.
I just found my script for my silent short film, and there is a scene where they do blow in the bathroom. Well, the ne'er-do-wells do.
The movie that...
I actually want to hear more about the drink than I want to do this movie. As much as I want to hear this clown talk about movie clowns, please, just ramble about fucking Deb.
What is going on up there? The movie that probably... Well, no. Repo Man should have been the first episode of the series.
You will get no disagreement from me there. Fucking love Repo Man.
And it was. Because that's my favorite movie. But this is up there pretty close. Come on now. Killer Clown.
It looks like he just replaced the ink on his printer. This is a good printing job that you did there from your home printer. Or did you go to Staples like me? Because fucking ink costs too much, and sometimes you don't use it often enough to justify the price of ink in a printer at home at all. So I just go to Staples.
Clowns from Outer Space. It's crazy. I don't know about this poster. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters spinning the earth on their finger. Trans World Entertainment presents...
Trans World Entertainment. They've made a few movies that I really enjoy.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space, starring Grant Kramer, Suzanne Snyder, John Allen Nilsson, Royal Dano, and John Vernon as Officer Mooney.
I call him Dean Wormer myself. I think he was the only star in that movie.
Where'd that go?
I don't remember anyone recognizable in that movie beyond Dean Werner.
Didn't land.
Oh, and all of the clown heads that they then repurposed into trolls in Ernest Scared Stupid a couple of years later. You are going to mention the Kyoto brothers, right, Murph? You can't talk about this movie without mentioning special effects pioneers. No, just masters, the Kyoto brothers, who I think directed this as well as, almost positive. I'm hoping you get to that information. After all, you're reviewing it. You should have this. I'm just the second mic here.
We're already off to a good start on this one.
He did get rid of his Renoir beard in this one, though.
And we're drinking kind of a beatnik, but I took some liberties with the ratio.
I don't know what's in a beatnik. I've never been a bartender. But espresso martini, close enough.
And I made it more equal parts. Well, equal parts Averna and rye. And then like a shot and a half of rye, a shot and a half of Averna Amaro, and a shot of Sheffield Tawny Port.
Quadruple. A shot and a half, a shot and a half, and a shot. You are, oh boy, I like this drunk fucking clown.
Now, I don't know where Sheffield is. In England somewhere, I presume, but this Tawny Port, if I was really a beatnik.
Now that you I didn't see it until you mentioned it, Nimrob. Mike Morris, he's giving clown lessons as well as stand-up lessons. I did not see it before, but I totally fucking see it now.
I would just drink this out of a jug and write poetry. And it's good. I could do that.
That is such a small amount of liquid to be a quadruple. There is almost no liquid that isn't alcohol in there. Did you cut it with wine? Oh, look at that permy grin. I just stopped it on there. That was such a drunken permy grin.
Okay. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. 1988 Orion.
Themed by the Dickies. And every karaoke night I've tried to do that at hasn't had it yet. God damn it.
Pictures. So once again, we're in the big leagues here. Did I just get blurry?
Nope. The world just got blurry to you, but you yourself, not blurry.
Oh, pardon me. Director.
Yes. Gassy Murph the Clown is my favorite Murph the Clown.
Stephen. Now, I don't know how they pronounce this in English. I did the Google to see how to pronounce it in Italian. It's Iotto. Wait, Iotto. I can't do that. Iotto.
One take Murph, they call him. No matter if his wife is clearly babbling in the background or his phone is very blatantly getting his attention off somewhere else, one take Murph. Like, if some of that shit happens to me, I'm live streaming. We're live, pal. But these are clearly edited. You mentioned you edited these. You can do it take two. I'm glad you didn't.
I can't do that without making that. Sometimes when you speak French, when you parle en français, you have to do that as well. Okay. Starring John Verdon of Animal House fame, I wrote here. He's been more than that, but we all remember him from Animal House. Make Out Point. It's been a few years for me, kids. Young lovers are necking under the...
I've been going to Finger Fuck Corner lately. Haven't made it to Make Out Point.
The starry skies. Suddenly a meteor flashes across the sky and lands nearby, scaring
meteor shit.
The bejesus out of an old farmer. Up the road, he grabs a shovel and goes to investigate. And he thinks it's Halley's Comet. And somehow he's going to get rich because...
But it turns out to be Haley Joel Comet. And the farmer, he gets taken in for kid touching.
Halley's Comet landed on his farm. Instead, he finds a giant circus tent. What? But this isn't your usual circus tent.
It's filled with booze.
By the time teens, Mike and By the time
That's a bit racist of you, Murph the Clown. How dare you?
Time teens, Mike
Teen
and Debbie
teens.
arrive. The old man and his dog are toast or cotton
Pond Farm. Mr. Hands was all about the Pond Farm.
candy, to be exact. That's what the kids
Thank you,
find
Jerry Lahane, for Pond Farm.
when they sneak inside the tent to have a closer look, barely escaping the clown-like aliens themselves. They try to warn Debbie's cop ex-beau. Now picture
This doesn't sound like your own person. This doesn't sound like your words. Just like the other reviews, it sounds like you're reading someone else's words.
this. Mike and Debbie. And Debbie has an ex-boyfriend who's a cop.
Oh, are you going to tell us all about Deb again?
That's where we run up against Officer Mooney. Vernon, once again, perfectly cast
I believe it's pronounced Officer Mahoney.
as this guy. An old school drunk with power asshole of a cop who thinks all teenagers are criminals. Right?
Most.
We all had this cop in our town when we were teenagers. Ours was called... No, I'm not going to name it.
Oh, come on, take us down the rabbit hole. That's my favorite part of these reviews, is the non-reviews. Go for it. Tell us about Officer Mully.
I got back at him by getting with his daughter.
All right, you fucked his young daughter. Good for you.
Okay. Officer Dave takes Debbie home. Officer Dave, that's the ex-boyfriend, takes Debbie home and takes Mike along to investigate. But the tent is gone, and Dave thinks, just like Officer Mooney,
I was pitching a tent earlier. We had our opportunity, but it's gone. The tent will not be pitched again tonight.
that the two are just farting around. They're like making it all up. Meanwhile, the clowns have moved into town and they're making mayhem. They're like, yeah, they're on a rampage. They're using all manner of clown antics to lure people close enough. Let's see, I wrote here.
Just like this clown and his tape dungeon, luring in people who are unsuspecting of the wall of radiators, the four walls of radiators.
To trap them in balloons or turn them into cotton candy.
We saw the balloons for the very first time when they captured our leading lady. Never before, like they immediately cotton candied and killed everybody, but there was just, we need them to capture her, but not kill her. Balloons!
And they have a little ray gun.
Which is just fine for a B movie. They made James Rolfe, once again, B movie done phenomenally. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. AVGN movie, I'm starting to make those gaseous sounds that Murph the Clown makes. Something might be coming up. Just referring to the AVGN movie.
For those of you who watched the season opener, at the very end there, Mercedes the Muse took out her little ray gun there from Killer Clowns from Outer Space and turned the cameraman into cotton candy.
It was fun when the cameraman got hit by the Schwartz in Spaceballs. Mel Brooks did that breaking of the fourth wall very well, just enough. Like once or twice per movie of the camera zooming in so much that it breaks the glass or it causes a huge hole in the wall while panning back from Robin about to bang Marion. And once again, to hear about terrible fourth wall breaks, stay tuned to the James Rolfe movie reviews once we're done with his fucking book.
Is it art imitating life, or is it life imitating art?
Who's imitating Art the Clown?
Mooney, of course, just thinks the whole town is in on this giant gag. Like, everyone in town got...
Oh, sure. An elephant just stomped right through your backyard. Oh, right. A liquor store robbery, officer down. Yeah, sure.
together and said, "Let's fool Officer Mooney." That is until one of the clowns shows up at the police station and he has to deal with it face to face.
And then he makes a Moody puppet.
Okay. Officer Dave, Mike and Debbie, they've teamed up now, recruit the brothers Terenzi
They recruit.
and their ice cream truck. Now,
Which, to the killer clowns, it looks like a hooker mobile. It's got a clown up there on top, and they are just going to chase after the hooker mobile.
I can think there was an ice cream truck in Nice Dreams, but this
I think I just came up with my newest movie premise. The hooker truck, the hooker mobile. Instead of having ice cream, we have got this variety of ladies who you can take to the backseat of your car. A big old thanks to A. Smith dropping a super sticker. It is our pair buddy with a little bit of a noisemaker. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, A. Smith. And you folks can support this non-monetarily by giving nothing, giving it a like, subscribe, hitting that notification bell. Monetarily, there are super chats and memberships, which I mentioned earlier. The latest slow adult speed dating for members only. That was a good one. That was a good one.
This is the first time that I think that we have commandeered an ice cream truck to restore law and order. No law and order was restored in Nice Dreams. That's Cheech and Chong, by the way, if you don't.
I'm just filled with ideas. The days being longer and the weather being warmer, I've got all like Multiplicity remade with James Rolfe as James Rolfe, and this hooker mobile. I am an idea guy. I think I'm getting into rarefied air right now. I'm in rare form with all these ideas. We need to get this hooker mobile idea. I think we can get some cash flow up front to get this business idea off the ground in one of the states that it'll be legal in.
Don't know.
Oh, what if the hooker mobile drives through Vegas and then takes you back to the whorehouse outside of Vegas? Oh man, there is so much that we can do with this hooker mobile.
I'll get to that. Cheech and Chong definitely could be, yeah, they could be on the show. Midnight Movie.
Looks like we will not be getting seed money from A. Smith, but maybe you'll drop some seed once we roll this product out. Hey,
the Terenzi brothers and their ice cream truck are on board to fight the evil clowns.
Okay, now we're getting into porno movie territory, where instead of the cash cab, we have. Can we come up with a better name than the cunt cab, where you, if you answer enough correct questions, you can fuck the driver in the back seat at the end of it? Someone call up Bang Brothers. The Bang Bus, that was a very unique concept, back around 2001. But now the cash cunt, the cunt cab. I've said that word too many times. YouTube is going to just eliminate this video. There we go. The ass cab. Thank you, Nimrob. You are a great. The titty taxi, even better than the ass cab. We got something here. We are going to be the first people to bring the titty taxi to. Well, actually, this one's not going to be real. The titty taxi is just being sold to Bang Brothers. I guess maybe we should just go ahead and film those. and then sell it off to Bang Brothers. No reason to wait for someone else to get our fuck films filmed.
And find where they have moved their tent. All leads to a big showdown with one gigantic mother of a clown.
And don't forget, the guys with the ice cream truck, they found some clowns with boobies. We assume that they are lady clowns, but we don't really know anything about the biology of these killer clowns from outer space.
Okay. The biggest, baddest clown you ever saw. Okay. As much a comedy as a sci-fi thriller, and this time the humor was intentional. They weren't trying to be serious here. And
You still haven't mentioned the fucking Kyoto brothers' names.
Accidentally were funny. These Yado brothers did a great job of writing.
There you go. You mispronounced the ever-living shit out of their name, but there you go.
Producing, directing, and the clown costumes are fantastically creepy. There's no mistaking these for, like, I don't know how anyone would think that these were like people, like, you know, clowns like me, like out on the street. These guys were clearly not human.
So there's some things you just need to overlook in order to have fun with the movie.
This would be my friend Crystal. My friend Crystal.
Oh, he's breaking out the meth, folks. My friend Crystal, I see her every day, multiple times a day. Yeah? Oh boy, do I love my friend Crystal.
I'm not going to say her last name. There in San Francisco. You know who you are, Crystal.
Just like Deb, except Deb isn't in San Francisco proper.
If you even watch this show. My friend Crystal's worst nightmare. I mean, aside from clown porn, which I also...
Do you have an Instagram? I need to see these clown porno pictures that you got over there. Are you reviewing these clown pornos? Look at him. He definitely has it over there. He totally has that clown porn.
Also have a DVD of clown porn right up there.
Oh, just one? Lame.
Don't tell Charlie that.
Is he fucking around on me? Not now,
and
Charlie.
To think this all started, this terrifying clown business all started with a kid who was afraid of clowns, who grew up to be a writer, and wrote a story about aliens who turned into clowns in...
His speech pattern is so slurred and slow. I like it.
Derry, Maine. I'm talking to you, Stephen King. I wrote here.
Talk some more shit about Derry, Maine, and also New Jersey, since we were talking about Kevin Smith earlier. And I was supposed to be laughing at you right now, not with you. Stop making this a group laugh.
I wrote here that I still want to be a clown when I grow up. Now, you all know that I was a clown for like 28 years. And, yeah.
So when a clown can no longer get work, this is what happens.
Now I'm a clown working at a gas station. I don't know if I want to go back to clowning. That's a lot of work, like physical work for an old guy like me with arthritis in his hip.
This is like an old athlete who just, doesn't have the swing anymore, but he still has the passion in his heart. Except for this guy, it's riding a unicycle and making clown puppies.
As you might have guessed, I love this movie. 5. It's a 5-ring circus here on the Late Night Picture Show for our second feature, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And we're going to grab something out of the bucket here for next week. You on board, Monkey?
It's been depressing the whole time. We're just now coming to realize him revealing more facts about his life was entertaining until I guess that was a depression iceberg that we hit. We had some depression in the waters, but it totally didn't impact the boat like this depression iceberg did. I'd like to clown again. I just got to work at the gas station. That's all I can do anymore.
He still hasn't said or done anything since he came back from under the house. Okay, I'm not really looking.
You're not supposed to look.
I'm going to pick something completely at random. Whoa, my wig almost fell off. Okay. There's something and I didn't see what it was. What do we got? What do you got? We're getting haunted next week.
Haunted. I haven't been haunted in years. Haunted? Sounds like you're going to get ran down by a Honda.
We have. At least I hope it's next week. I got a short weekend coming up.
This is an off-air discussion with yourself, as he is in deep thought. Can I make it back? Can I do it?
With, Mad Mike taking some time off, and I'm going to work for Mad Mike at the gas station. We have The Haunting and The Haunting of Julia. I believe these are both from the 70s, maybe? We'll find out.
I bet you that Murph the Clown here can't make a baked potato like Steve Grillo did. That's a motherfucker that took passion in his baked potatoing.
Be sure and tune in next time. I can't guarantee next week with the printer problems and working for Mad Mike. Who knows? Right, Monkey?
I believe it's Motherfucker Mike, not Mad Mike.
Good night, kids.
Well, I'm hooked. I'm addicted. I am a fan of Murph the Clown. I'm going to bring him back maybe as soon as the next episode of Live Somewhere next week with 2K. I've got a pile of stuff, so I'm not exactly sure what's going to make it to the next episode and what'll still be on the pile in the episode after that. So we are done with that segment of the show, and now we will bring up usually I have a segment that relates to the first one, and then we get to Clown Ladies. But since this was a clown segment, let's just jump on into some Clown Ladies. And first up, this is going to be no sound, because there is some copyrighted music here on this one. Oh, shoot. It's going to maximize all weird, isn't it? Isn't it? Nope, didn't maximize all weird. Hooray! So this is basically it, since she is playing music that would... Actually, it doesn't really matter if these videos get demonetized, since statistically nobody is watching them. Thank you for being the rare amount of people that get to lay your eyes on some clown titties today after watching a sad, drunken old man clown, let's call it review movies. She does have, like, the septum piercing is a weakness of me, and it's totally because of one of my, not one of, my favorite kink play partner. This is Simple Succubus, who just couldn't turn off the damn radio in order for us to appreciate what she had to say. Really, she doesn't have much to say, but I do appreciate those knockers. So one more from Simple Succubus before we get to a clown who actually says something to us. That is a fantastic shirt. Those D's or just sees? She's got that psycho stare down. That is only getting her more attractive to me. And now onto a clown that we actually have some sound with. We have heard from Bouncy Clown before. She has a clown puppet. Hopefully one day we can still get a double date with Nimrod and Bouncy Clown along with her puppet and 2K. No, you don't need to be silent. You can talk. You didn't play that fucking music like the
You know
succubus.
what? I'm tired of it. Clussy this, Clussy that. Have you found Cleesus? Do you praise the Lord?
She's heard Clown Pussy for years and years, and now she... Oh, I thought I brought a second one up. I didn't pull a second one of her. I guess that was my dick I was pulling when I was choosing clips from Bouncy Clown. Well, I want one more from Bouncy Clown, because she is... she's got that bimbo look to her. I like the bimbo-iness from Bouncy Clown here. Oh, that's right. And of course, since I'm just looking, it's so odd the way that TikTok does this. Well, let me get out of the way of this then. There we go. I'm out of the way. Hey.
What's that?
Are you doing a, were those some let's fuck eyebrows? Or were those some I'm going to steal your kidney eyebrows?
Sorry, I don't really get out a lot.
Oh, and I have the wrong overlay here on the side. Oh, well, son of a gun. Kind of a bit late to correct that overlay for the past clips, but there you go. It's a co-host audition, not a live from somewhere. That's next week with our buddy 2K.
Well, they don't let me out a lot. Yeah, it just really made me upset because I went into the clock store and they would not sell me the clock that I wanted, and they said it didn't exist, and I was like,
Are you sure that you want a clock? I've got something very similar sounding to a clock I'd like to give to you.
I'm literally in here trying to find comedic timing.
I like that wordplay.
Yeah, it just really made me upset.
You gave it the right amount of awkward silence as well, that you are looking for comedic timing. So, that was our episode for today. We did indeed get around to... Oh, I need to shave. It looked like I was missing a tooth there up front for a moment, didn't I? I was like, did that rib take out my tooth like the chicken wing took out Stavros' tooth there for a second? No, I just need to trim up this mustache. Oof. Absolutely got myself panicked there that somehow I lost a tooth without realizing it. So that was today's episode. I'm a fan of Murph the Clown. He has under 500 subscribers, so hopefully me and my slightly over-monetized self can help get him up to monetization, because I definitely want to bring him back. He's going to go on the pile of stuff to watch on Live from Somewhere. Thank you, all you, for joining. Remember, I will be... Actually, my schedule might be fucked up. Possibly still Wednesday, Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. But my schedule might be getting fucked up. Memberships, $5 a month. You can become a rope shooter to see at least one bonus episode. And I think that's all I've got to plug. Annie O'Ryan has her What's This Game channel. Spurg Snake has been popping up on there. Those are my two most regular collaborators, along with Nimrod and 2K, becoming my most featured collaborator on Live from Somewhere next week. Definitely a big fan. Thanks for bringing in your fans to give this channel a couple of extra eyes on it as we bullshit around. And, yeah, this episode probably not going to get a lot of views. There are a lot of episodes I do reaching for views. This is not one of them. I got to look at this guy Murph the Clown, and thank you for not disappointing, because, as I mentioned up top, didn't preview this a damn bit. This could have been one of the shittier episodes, and it was not. Thank you, Murph the Clown, for coming and making this very successful. And thank you all for making this a successful afternoon of fucking off with me, now feel free to go away.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. It's fun being with friends. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye for now.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day.
Places all. All join hands, circle left. Now circle right and listen to me. LS, MFT. Elementary corners like swinging on a gate. To right, dear honey, with the right and left date. Grand right and left, around you go. Lucky strike means fine tobacco. Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LS, MFT. Promenade and don't you fall. Promenade around the hall. Lucky strike is first again with tobacco men. Promenade straight down the pike. It's time right now for a lucky strike. Yes, for smoking that you're bound to like, you just can't beat a lucky strike.